Hey everyone, Shaedow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So as you guys can see, there's a level up event going on. It's almost over, and there's a tech advancement going on. I actually waited hoping that a Mystic advancement would come around this time so I could double dip on these, but that didn't happen, so we are going to take up my Voodoo. Now, I want to show you guys something here real quick. I just went through my 5 stars. I have 2 because I don't have an even team yet, but I have 2 that I have not used. You can see the score that I've put up. I'm trying to go for the 4-star Domino. And I want to show you guys something because we're going to take a look at it after we get finished ranking him up. Alright, so you see the Voodoo there. He's ready to be ranked up, and you can see that I've used him. Alright, so I can't use him right now in the arena. He's recharging. He has 6 hours, 23 minutes to go. But I want to see if this still works, because after we rank him up, he may become available again for the arena. So I know that that used to work, and I heard something that maybe they fixed it, but we'll see. Alright, so let's get started here. Let's find old Dr. Voodoo. There you are. And let's upgrade you. Actually, before we do that, let's take a look at his stats right now. He is rank 2. Alright, so we can look at his attributes here, and I won't go through them. You guys can take a look, see what they are here, and this is him at rank 2. And we'll look at his abilities later after I awaken him. Alright, so let's go ahead and rank him up. Alright, and now we're just going to go ahead and max him out, and then we'll take a look at his stats again when he's at 45, and then we're going to take him to 4, take him all the way up, and then look at him again. Alright, so in the beginning here, you're going to see me do something that I do not recommend you guys do, and that is using the generic ISO for the rank ups. Now, it does depend on where you are in the game and what you do in the game. Now, I'm an arena grinder, so I get gold very often. I get shards, so I duplicate my champions so that ISO, class-specific ISO, is in abundance. I don't have a problem with either gold or ISO shortages. But if you don't run arena a lot and you are, you know, not at this level in the game, then you're going to have to use the generic. You know, there's nothing else for it. But I'm using it mainly because I'm being lazy. I didn't want to bother going over and selling it. I was just about to make the video, and I just said, you know what, let me just go ahead and, you know, wipe those out, and then I'll go to the class-specific ISO. But overall, you want to be as efficient as possible, and that means using the class-specific ISO when you are ranking up your champions. You will save a lot of gold. All of these generics, if you can, you want to sell those, and so you'll be offsetting the rank up even more. So when you use class-specific, you know, like say a 5,000, it actually gives you a little bonus so that you end up getting, I think, something like 2,000, 2,500 or so of a bonus. You'll be able to see it here when I click on it. Alright, you see there? Each 5,000 actually goes up to 7,500. Alright, so that is the most cost-effective way of ranking up your champions. Now, it's been a long time since I went below 1 million. You can also see that I have over 5 million battle chips. So gold is not really a concern of mine, which is why you see me using those generics like I was. I was being lazy and I didn't really care. And sometimes you just have to do whatever is the fastest for you. But if you are having any kind of goal issues, don't do that. Alright, let's pause in our journey here and let us take a look at his new stats here. You guys can compare his health, his attack, and let's look at his attributes. Okay, so you guys can see how it scales. I used to worry about that problem with connecting thing, but it happens almost every time I do a rank up now. So I know it's on their end. It's just annoying. Alright. Let us continue with the upgrade. Trying to get out of that because I couldn't. There we go. While it was there, I wasn't able to hit the button, so I had to come all the way out, and then it disappeared. Alright, so as you can see, we have that nice little rank up gem. Saves me all of these resources. We got that in my last opening. It was one of the rewards for completing Act 5 100%. And I was fortunate enough to get a Mystic, and I said, if I got a Mystic rank up gem, then that must mean that they wanted me to take my Voodoo up. And so that's what's going to happen. I also have an Awakening gem that we're also going to use on him. Alright, so let's take him up to rank 4. And there we go. And he has such great prestige too. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and rank him all the way up to 55. Then we're going to again look at his stats and his abilities, because we're going to awaken him, and then we're going to see how well those abilities scale when I start pumping some signature stones into him. Alright? Unlike earlier, I am not going to use any generic ISO. I'm using only class ISO for him this time. I have plenty of it, as you guys could see, and I'm starting to have to be a little frugal about my gold. So remember what I told you guys earlier, that it's been a long time since I went below 1 million gold. Well, after we take this guy up, I will be below 1 million gold for the first time in a long time. But I've been ranking up quite a few champions. If you guys look at my earlier videos, you'll know that, you know, I've been taking up, I took up Hyperion to rank 4, and I've been leveling up like my 6-star Thor, Jane Foster, leveled her up. So I've been spending gold like water. So it's only inevitable that I was gonna dip below, but not too much. And I'll get it back. Like I said, I play a lot of arena, so it's all good. And there we go. Our newest rank 4 5-star. Alright, let's take a look at him. Alright, so you guys can see what his health looks like now. Nice beefy health, his attack. And here's his attributes here. Switch over to percentages so you guys can compare what his growth rate has been. Alright, so now the only thing left is to awaken him. And as you can see, I have that Mystic Awakening gem. I also got that from my Act 5 100% exploration. So let's awaken him. Awake, my Voodoo, awake! Yes. Yes, it's only level 1, but that's okay, because he is awakened. And we have Sig Stones for him. Alright, so you guys can take a look. If you don't know about Voodoo already, you know, just read a little bit. What we're interested in here are the green values. 66.5 looks like, and we'll just watch and see how those increase as we pump signature stones into him. But the one main thing that I am pumping signature stones into Voodoo for is his prestige. He has very good prestige. Alright, so let's go ahead and use some items. As you can see, I have 60 mystic stones, and I am putting all of them into Voodoo. Okay, and we're not done with him yet. There goes that problem connecting to the network again. Alright, let's take a look. Okay, it was 66.5 I believe, and now it's 102, basically 103%. So I like it, pretty good. I don't remember if any of these change. They may have. We'll be able to compare it when we look back. Alright, now this is why I said I am not done with Voodoo. I'll show you guys my stash here. And do you see these generics? They're gonna just expire. Have a bunch of these, as well as all those level 1 revives. So we are going to pump some of these signature stones into him, and I believe I had 16 in the overflow. So what we're gonna do, gonna pump 16 and then claim and see if I remembered correctly. Alright, see, do we have any of them left? We do not. And how many do we still have? There's also an item event going on, so this was the perfect time. Okay, so I was off by a little bit, which is fine. Okay, now let's take a last look at Voodoo after I put in those signature stones into him. And I'll think about whether I'm going to put more in. I don't know at this time, but his prestige does scale pretty nicely. Alright, so he's up to 77. Okay, 106. Not too much. So I'm going to just make it even. So we're just going to put him right to a nice even 80. And I don't think that will have done too much else. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, so that is the rank up for Dr. Voodoo. So the only thing left is a little gameplay action. Now, I normally go into Realm of Legends and fight Winter Soldier, but that doesn't really showcase Voodoo's utility and just why I like him so much. So we're going to try to find some fights, you know, maybe some duels, but we're going to try to find some fights that showcase his abilities a little bit better. Alright, so stay tuned. Alright, so what you guys are going to watch right now are 2 duels. That was the only thing I could think of at the time to try to showcase a little bit about Voodoo. Now, Sentinels, of course, can't be poisoned, so I figured that this fight would last long enough for me to get to an L2 and show his power control. And then I could do another one and show something, you know, different about him. But you guys are going to see what a fail this was. And it was a little bit frustrating. So look at this. See how fast he recovered from that? That is so annoying. Alright, so I went in and I did another duel. And that time I took some shots early on so that I could build up power a little bit faster. And then I fire off my L2, and that was a fail as well. And you'll see what happens there. So then I had the idea to take Dr. Voodoo in against the Realm of Legends Wolverine. And I figured that would be a nice beefy fight, and I could showcase several things about Dr. Voodoo. Now, you don't need power control in that fight, but I still do a little bit of power control just to show it. But the main strategy when fighting that Wolverine is to nullify those regens and keep poison stacks on him, because the more poison stacks he has, the less healing he's going to be able to do. And you can keep on nullifying each of his regens. So that's what you guys are about to see now. So enjoy.
Okay. You've made a mistake saying I cannot run this race. It's playtime. I'm gonna crush your face. This is not a phase. Hey guys, I know you feel that bass. Roll with that until you see my face. Rising from a thick layer of fog at midnight. There's a time and a place to kill it. I spill it. Leak documents from a flaming tongue. Rappers acting so sanely when not long ago you were baking, cuz. And now they catch the aroma. Wonder what the kid is baking up. Add a little secret ingredient they're needing is something for waking up. My flow was caffeine and I'm the black king of spades. Among smaller cards and that scream you hear is mad heat. I am the daddy of cracking the bones of the flashiest chic. No, give it. As I grow up in a robust prison, everything I think I need is already given. For some reason I am hardly living. Physical needs are what can't be controlled. Give a kid candy, take away his soul. Can't tell the difference between hot and cold. My senses are dimmed and I'm sold. But as the credits start to roll, I wake up and I miss the movie. The people around me are swarming like they just saw something that's dooming. Now they're telling me that I miss a lot and I gotta go back and see it. Yet everyone who was watching came at that with a crooked demeanor. These subtleties and half-truths are running my country at large. Shipping this garbage by every ocean, I'm about to sink the barge. Health, war, famine, and money, get rid of those and we have no country. What happened to thinking people love me? These relationships feel so ugly. It's like we're speaking on the surface, but something sounds scripted about all the verbiage. Like everything we think came from another person and we didn't take time to think if it's worth it. To act as a service to only a few human perspectives. Now we got humanity sectioned by politics, culture, religion, perspective. None of us have accurate depth perception. It's been messed with and I feel headless. No wonder I'm trying to convert that dude in the uniform to a dead bitch. Get this, my head is full of death cause it's a dead shit, full of phantoms and redness on the walls from bloodshed. No angels left in heaven, and in turn I'm the one they sent in. Close your eyes, then get in. This is one hell of a head trip. Most isolated, now watch that echo. I'm isolated everywhere like presto. I don't really know how to keep a friend. Something that they don't get though. And that sparks by Roscoe. Now I'm f***ing with all your heads, yo. Through the scope rooftop and I'm bent low. Between heaven and ghetto. It appears that I'm on top now. Figured out there's layers to this. Applied to the cycle, now I can keep riding vibrant fineness when I pipe these hits. And I like this shit. Feels good expelling this energy. Anyone who comes that's way looking for trouble is immediately gonna be sent to me. Something like a silent undertaker. I don't really need to do too much. Just sit here with the mirror to your face till you either decide to wake up or lose touch. I didn't come to make the choice for you. Cough if you choose not to make it. Excuse my hatred and try not to say this. Just leave it for now and then use it verbatim. Try mates, tell me stay up. I extend the same love to the same ones. What a world made us filled with fake ones. Settled in lake fronts trying to shake up the whole scene. They lean on the things from the beams of the TV screens, latching on every single get-rich scheme. That's not the dream and they're taking yours free. Hey Spike, why the f*** you gotta go there? We bump your music when we're drinking and we kick it. Friends and family, drinking.
Alright, so we're coming to the end of the fight, and as you saw I made a few mistakes. I did not keep the poisons up all the time, and you saw how he almost regened back up to full. I'm also running suicides, so I take a lot of recoil damage. Suicides and Voodoo, they do not play well together, and especially in this fight when you want to fire off your L1 a lot to keep the poisons and to nullify that regen, you're going to take a lot of recoil damage. Also, I was trying to showcase, his power control, even though you don't really need power control in this fight. But it was a very, very close fight because of all of those things that I just mentioned. So we've come to the end of another Marvel Contest of Champions video, and hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider smashing that like button. It really helps me out. If you haven't subscribed already and you wish to see more videos like this or other Marvel Contest of Champions content, please consider giving me a subscription. Leave a comment below, let me know what you thought about this video, or if you have any ideas or suggestions for content that you would like to see. If you'd like to support this channel, there's a link to my Patreon account in the description below, which will allow you to become one of my patrons. And you guys have a blessed day.